Hey everyone, how's it going? Cloud here, and welcome to my guide on the Gower quest. So those of you who don't know, Gower quest was first announced at RuneFest 2015 and it was part of the RuneScape's 15-year anniversary celebration. So this quest is quite a sort of fun quest. It's not really that difficult. Obviously I will talk you through it during the guide, but a lot of it's quite self-explanatory and a lot of it's more for nostalgia, as you'll recognise throughout the guide. But yeah, like I said, it's not really a difficult one, so don't find if my instructions are too bland, as they literally are very self-explanatory. But either way, the requirements, the only thing you need is 34 quest points, and this is also a free-to-play quest, so obviously non-members can do this, and the only thing you're going to need is food for the final battle. So whatever's the best food you can kind of have at your level, just bring with you. You're not going to need anything else other than that. So to start this quest, we need to go speak to Andrew, Ian and Paul, who are just southeast of the Varrock Lodestone, so we're going to head there now. They'll be excited to have met the real-life adventurer and will ask you to figure out why the cabbages aren't growing. So, after talking to them, proceed to the room to the west and search the crate in the northeast corner to get a piece of pure essence which has a flip option on it. Clicking flip turns it into a life rune. Proceed to the cabbage patch to the southwest of the house and search the scarecrow to get a cruciferous mounting. Then go northeast into the courtyard and search the water barrel to get a Brussels sprout. You want to combine the Brussels sprout and the mounting to make an unstrung brassican amulet. Then head to the rats east of the house and search the food to get a broccoli root. Spin this at the spinning wheel in the house to make a broccoli string, and then use it on the unstrung amulet to create a brassican amulet, and then finally use the life rune on it to turn it into a cabbage speak amulet. You want to go back to the cabbage patch and speak to Crispy the Cabbage, who explains they are rioting, that they want party hats. Return to the Gower brothers, who will wonder why cabbages want party hats, but will give you a stack of 4 pink party hats. Before you get excited, these are not the party hats that you can sell on the Grand Exchange, so sorry about that. Return to the cabbages and give them party hats, and afterwards Crispy the Cabbage will explain that the cabbages are magical beings, and if there is a problem, then there is a problem behind sceneries, and will get you into your backpack. You want to return to the Gowers brothers to get a disc of returning, which needs to be used in the Dwarven mine north of Falador. So the Dwarven mine is obviously north of Falador, so the quickest way to get there is to go to the Falador lodestone and then head to the mine from there. Once you're in the Dwarven mine, use the disc of returning to scan and follow the direction, and you will eventually be led to the cave where Boot the dwarf resides. Once you find the correct location, you'll be transported to the black hole. The area is completely black and you need to search around for things in the dark. So you need to search at the table to get a rock. Use the rock on the wall to the west to hear a grinding sound. Search under the table to get an orange and eat it to get a small key. Use it on the bumpy wall to the east to get a tinderbox, and then use the tinderbox on the scary wispy thing at the northeast corner to retrieve a skull. Then use the skull on the unusual shape in the southwest corner to make the gate of Loying appear. So go through the gate and you'll reach a white area inhabited by Fordor the dwarf, who explain where you are and tell you you're about behind the scenes before transporting you there. Once in the pub, you want to speak to Spiral Orb, the DJ, and she'll explain that the life altar is broken and that you'll need to retrieve 3 fragments off the altar in order to repair it. And when asked, she states that you should talk to Lucian, Steve the Chaos Elemental, and Fock. So the first thing we're going to do is Lucian's heist. So go to Lucian, who is in the northwest corner, and he will tell you that a fragment has been stolen from him by the wise old man, and that it is located within the vault of the bank, but you have to figure out the 4 problems preventing you from getting into it. So go into the central bank portal and speak to Claire Hick in the centre of the room, where you'll find the first problem to overcome. Next, head to the back of the bank and speak to Ernie the guard to find the second problem. Check the vault door behind Ernie to reveal the last 2 problems. Where it's revealed, you'll need to recruit 4 people to help break into the vault. You'll need to get all 4 problems located before you can start asking questions in the main room of Romeo, Guffix, etc. If you do not find all 4 problems, the dialogue will not be unlocked. So, return to the pub and talk to Romeo the Seducer, who is southwest of Spiral Orb, and ask him if he will help break into the bank. He will tell you that you need to get love advice from 5 people, and those 5 people will be the God Wars dungeon bosses, Commander Ziliana, Krill Saturov, General Gardor, and Kriya Ara, and Nex. You can find them east of Spiral Orb, and once they've given you some pointers, return to Romeo, where after giving him advice, he'll accept your help. Next, you want to speak to Guffix, the actor, who is southeast of Spiral Orb, and ask him for his help. He will ask you to talk to cabbages for an actor's position, so go north and talk to one of the cabbages at the table, and they will talk about needing someone to play the role of Guffix in a play they are writing, and will hire Guffix once you tell them that he is looking for work. Go back to Guffix and tell him this, and he will then teleport to the bank, saying he'll wait there. You then want to talk to Tim and Crunchy, who are just south of Spiral Orb, and ask them to join the heist. They will request some refreshments for their environment artists, so with 5 empty spaces, ask a bartender for 5 cups of tea, and they will give them to you all at once. You want to hand one to each environment artist around the bar, and then return to Tim and Crunchy, where they'll agree to join the heist. You then want to talk to the penguin, whose name I'm not going to try and pronounce, who is located just west of Spiral Orb, south of Araxor, and he'll tell you about how nobody can remember interacting with him, but will agree to help you to get into the safe with no further requests. Once you've recruited all 4 people, you want to return to the bank to begin the heist. So speak to Claire Hick, who will introduce you to Romeo so he can distract her. Once she and Romeo teleport away, make your way to the bank and talk to Ernie, at which point Guffix will get him to leave the vault unguarded. Click on the vault door to allow Tim and Crunchy to remove it, and then enter the vault. You then want to pick the chest in the centre of the vault with the help of the penguin, and then search the chest to collect the first life altar fragment. Once you have the fragment, you can now return back to the pub. Now, you want to speak to Steve the Chaos Element, who can be found southeast of Claudia, and he will tell you that a fragment of Life Altar is through the Grand Exchange portal. Head south through the Grand Exchange maintenance portal to a room with a series of pipes. You want to go up to the Grand Exchange panel in the northern section of the room, where you must complete a pipe puzzle. You need to rotate the pipes so they connect to the right side of the interface, making sure that they all link up to pipes of the same size. What I will do, I will show you the correct puzzle solution on my screen, and when you have done that, it will then give you the second life altar. It's quite interesting to watch the chat while you're doing it, as when you start tampering with the Grand Exchange, it will affect different price rates of things. Obviously this isn't true, but it's just quite funny to look at. But once you've completed the puzzle and you've been given the second life altar fragment, you want to return back to the pub again. So, talk to Fock, who is northeast of Spiral Orb near the beta room portal, and he will tell you that the life altar fragment can be found in the beta testing room, and tells you that Max is there too. Head through the beta room portal and meet with Max, where he'll agree to give you the fragment if you help test some of the unreleased skills. So head into the first room where you will encounter the riding tutor who will teach you how to train the riding skill. Simply click on one of the rocking unicorn stands and fill up the bar to train the skill, while making sure to switch to the stance that the tutor shouts out. And once you have mastered the skill, you'll be then asked to leave the room, and you then need to head southwest to the ceiling room. Once inside this room, embark on the jetty near the entrance and click on the battleships to fire cannons at them. You can also click on the bubbling water to search desert islands for treasure. Once the bar has been filled, leave the room again, and then you'll want to head to the final room in the northwest section where you must train the bank standing skill. So head inside and stand within the bank area to fill up the bar, making sure to click the back inside if you're forced to move away from the bank area. Once the bar is filled, speak to Max and he will give you the final fragment of the life altar, and you want to leave the testing room and return to the pub. So once all fragments of the life altar are located, you went to head to the life altar portal, which is located at the southeast corner of the behind the scenes area. Once inside, repair the altar using the fragments, and once it's been repaired, you'll be ambushed by the graphically updated Black Knight Titan. He will reveal that he killed the previous cabbage monster that resided here, which means that there was nobody maintaining the altar, causing it to explode, and in an attempt to lure you here to steal your disc of returning so he can be released onto the surface. So you want to fight the Black Knight Titan, where after beating him he will respawn and attack the player again. So obviously you keep doing this. After you beat him a second time, Crispy the Cabbage will interrupt and ask you to throw him up to the roof so he can get help in beating the Titan. Beat the Titan a third time to trigger a cutscene showing the Cabbage return to the farm and asking the Gower's brothers to help, at which point they'll arrive at the life altar. Your health and prayer points will also be replenished. Attack the Black Knight Titan again, where he'll now use both of his weapons, allowing him to deal faster damage. And once he's been defeated the 6th time, he will lay down defeated, saying he will never be released out onto the surface. Andrew will reveal there are plenty of discs and gives one to the Titan, allowing him to be released. Now this is a safe battle. If you die, you will respawn in the behind the scenes without losing anything. However, you will need to start the fight from the beginning. So the little joke with the Black Knight Titan is that he was like the main boss that had never received a graphical update. He's looked the same all those years, so that's why they did him as the main enemy and obviously made him look like he did, just to sort of have a laugh. But you then want to speak to the Gower's brothers, where you will tell them about the altar and the previous cabbage monster that resided here. They will then decide that they'll remain down at the altar to maintain it, and you would have completed the quest. So it will come up with, congratulations, you've completed the Gower quest. You're awarded 1 quest point, 15 coins, wow! Brassica Prime God Sword 2-handed override, a Cabbage Monster outfit override, Retro Login Teleport override, Crispy the Cabbage follower pet, the ability to have the old and graphically updated Black Knight Titan swap, 2 treasure hunting keys and 2 hearts of ice. Now, there are some additional rewards. So after the quest, the following experience lamps can be claimed by speaking to the Gower brothers after you've reached a certain point. So if you have level 10 in all 3 skills, you can get a lamp from Ian, which will give you 250 experience at any skill. Once you have level 30 in all of the 3 skills, you can get Paul's lamp, giving you 1500 experience in any skill. And then when you have level 50 in all of the free-to-play skills, you can get the lamp from Andrew, giving you 12,000 experience in a skill of your choice. You can also speak to Tim and Crunchy in behind the scenes to unlock them as follower pets as well. So there we go. Like I said, a not difficult quest at all. It's one of those sort of fun, jokey quests, but it's quite nice for them to make that, as I do miss the old quests that used to come out and just used to be nothing serious. Obviously, those of you who've played RuneScape for quite a few years will catch on to all the different little references that they have during this quest. So it's definitely a fun quest to do, even though the rewards obviously aren't brilliant. The main ones really are obviously the different overrides you can get, and obviously the XP lamps are always handy, especially obviously the 12,000 experience one once you have all those skills. But yeah, shouldn't get into any problems following my guide. However, if you get stuck at all, leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll help you out as best I can. If not, thank you for watching. Please make sure you like, favourite, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share with your friends. Thanks everyone, bye bye.